lawyers trying to stop the men's deportations.
They were told, well, you were lucky you were sent back because you were going to El Salvador, not Venezuela.
Then they turned back to the ICE facility. Several of the detainees, along with Dabu and Raul, recording via video call their own testimonials to family, arguing they're wrongfully accused and holding up their removal orders. The men's futures, with the Supreme Court's order now even more in question.
So they literally prevented them from being sent to El Salvador. And as you just heard, these are people who came in legally and they have no criminal records. And they just looked at the tattoos and said, guilty enough. Send them out of here.
And Vaughn, the Trump administration filed a response to that Supreme Court order.
Jose, the White House is now formally asking the Supreme Court to stop its pause on these would-be deportation flights. And we asked DHS and ICE for more information on Dabu and Raul's detention, but have not heard back yet.
This is incredible, man. This is incredible. Every day you get some new horror. And it really does appear like both the Border Patrol and ICE agents, these people are roided up thug gangsters who genuinely have zero concern for what the law is, for who these people are. I mean, this is just completely and utterly out of control, what we're witnessing. All right, so now, let me give you some more. We have another news segment.
In an NBC News exclusive, 2 Venezuelan women whom the Trump administration tried to deport to El Salvador are speaking out about their experience. They were among 8 women who were on those flights in March filled with deportees sent to the notorious Secot prison, but El Salvador refused to accept female detainees.
So do you guys remember this? This was like in the early days, like the first or second day of these deportations. And really they're not. They're kidnappings and human traffickings. But they tried to send women to this place. And even Bukele was like, wait. This was not part of the agreement. I'm not accepting women. Turn them around. Which, by the way, is further evidence that what they say about Kilmar Abrego Garcia is not true. Oh, I can't send him back. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no going back. Like, you turned around a plane full of women because you said, we don't take women. Well, why don't you say the same thing about completely and utterly innocent people?
Julia, good morning. You reported on this story. What did the women tell you?
Well, Jose, this was an incredibly rare opportunity because we first heard that women were mistakenly sent in court documents, but we didn't know who those women were. My producer, Didi Martinez, was able to contact them when they're back in ICE detention in the United States. Not only do they detail what happened on that plane and tell us they think they were sent there by mistake, but it's also the first on-camera account we've had of anyone who was part of that flight on March 15th. Take a listen.
We are from Venezuela. We know that airport. And we were like, no, we are not in Venezuela.
Both women say they have no criminal history and are not part of a gang. Consistent with court declarations, she said she witnessed an official push 3 men to sign papers claiming they were gang members.
And there was a man.
Holy shit. Did you hear that? So she witnessed these thugs demand that the men sign paperwork that says they're in a gang. And I'm sure there's a lot of these people, they don't know what the fuck they're signing. They don't know what they're doing. They're just following orders. Maybe some of them don't speak the language. And so this will be used later. The Trump regime will be like, what are you talking about? They admitted to being part of a gang. Oh my God. This is so crazy.
Not part of a gang. Consistent with court declarations, she said she witnessed an official push 3 men to sign papers claiming they were gang members.
Christ.
And there was a man who said no, that he wasn't going to sign it because he had nothing to do with that. And the official came and said whether we sign or don't sign the paper, they were going to leave us there.
And Jose, we should say that we asked DHS about those 2 women, and they said that they cannot comment on their cases because of privilege and state secrets, that they are invoking an ongoing litigation about those flights. Of course, this comes after news about a Maryland man who they say was sent to El Salvador because of an administrative error.
So let's understand something here. They admitted to an error in court with Kilmar in particular, but these are not actual errors because they want to send these people. They don't care if they're legal. They don't care if they haven't committed a crime. They clearly didn't care if they were women. They didn't care. So at what point do people look themselves in the mirror and say, you know what? I think this is the point. I think the point is to just get out whoever the fuck they think they can get out. I'm sure you guys have heard about this one by now, but BYU PhD student Suguru Onda just had his student visa revoked without notice. He's being told to go back to Japan within 15 days because of his alleged criminal history. But he only has 2 speeding tickets and a fishing citation from 2019 that was dismissed. Here's this guy right here. A PhD student. Again, have you ever heard of brain drain? You know what that is? With the United States totally imploding as a country and melting down in every conceivable way, all of the best and the brightest and the people who are leading the way with science and research and technology, they're going to take one look at what's going on here and they're going, we're not going to fucking go to the U.S. We're not going to stay in the U.S. This place is fucking crazy. This place is crazy. And this is also why you're seeing tourism to the U.S. has absolutely plummeted. The line went straight down because nobody wants to come here because they feel like, oh shit, at any time I could be rounded up and potentially even sent to a concentration camp. By the way, you ready for this? Look at this. 2 German teenagers flew to Hawaii, and immigration officials felt it was suspicious that the girls hadn't pre-booked a hotel. Might be trying to work illegally. So they got arrested and deported. 2 German teenagers went on vacation in Hawaii and got arrested and deported. I'm running out of ways to impress upon you just how cooked this country is. This country is barbecue chicken to the max. We're now arresting people that go on vacation to Hawaii and deporting them because it was suspicious that they didn't book a hotel early enough? All right. Okay. Yeah. The damage that's being done here, I don't even know if it's possible for a new administration to just undo all of the immense damage that's happened. Because the world is still going to look at us and go, okay, even if the next person is reasonable, how do we know the Republicans are going to be back in power in 4 years anyway and ruin everything again? How do we know that? They don't. And so we're done. Like, that's it. Like, the U.S. is never going to be what it was. Ever. Ever. And it's certainly not going in a better direction. It's not improving. That's for damn sure. It's not improving. Just more horror stories, and I'm sure by tomorrow, I'll have even more for you. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.